Ever wondered if everything you've been told about space is true? Well, just like the enigmatic universe, the world of space knowledge is filled with unknowns, and unfortunately, misconceptions. These misconceptions, these space myths, they've been swirling around in the cosmos of our collective consciousness for quite some time. But why is it important to debunk these myths, you may ask? Well, it's because they can cloud our understanding of the universe, the magnificent cosmic theater we're all a part of. Unraveling the truth about space is like peeling back the layers of a cosmic onion. Each layer brings us closer to understanding the universe's grand design, its mysteries, and its profound beauty. So, let's embark on this journey together. A journey to debunk these space myths, to clear the fog, and to see the universe as it truly is. So, are you ready to dive into the cosmos and unravel the truth? First up, the idea that space is a complete vacuum. This is a common misconception that many of us hold. However, the reality is a bit more nuanced. Space, as we understand it, is not as empty as we often imagine. While it's true that space is less dense than our Earth's atmosphere, it's not a perfect vacuum. Let's talk about what's actually out there. The universe is strewn with cosmic dust, tiny particles left behind from celestial collisions and stellar explosions. Then there's gas, lots of it, primarily hydrogen and helium. These gases, along with the cosmic dust, form nebulae, the birthplaces of stars. And let's not forget about other microparticles like those from solar winds, which are streams of charged particles ejected from the sun. Even though these elements are spread thin and far apart, their existence means that space isn't completely devoid of matter. So, space isn't as empty as you thought, is it? Next, the chilling myth that humans explode in space without a spacesuit. This sensational idea, while intriguing, is far from the truth. Undeniably, the human body is not designed to survive in the vacuum of space, but our resilience is greater than you might think. Contrary to popular belief, being exposed to space's vacuum wouldn't cause the human body to explode. Instead, the real danger comes from decompression sickness and oxygen deprivation. Decompression sickness, also known as the bends, is a potentially lethal condition caused by a rapid decrease in pressure surrounding the body. It can lead to painful gas bubbles forming in your bloodstream. As for oxygen deprivation, well, without a spacesuit providing a steady supply, you'd lose consciousness within 15 seconds due to lack of oxygen. So, while you wouldn't explode, your body would certainly be in distress. Turns out we wouldn't explode in space, but it's still not a pleasant place to be without protection. And now, let's talk about the so-called dark side of the moon. This is a phrase you've likely heard in music, movies, and popular culture, but does it hold any scientific truth? Not quite. You see, all sides of the moon receive sunlight at some point. This is due to the moon's rotation and revolution around the Earth. It's a dance choreographed by the rules of celestial mechanics. Now there is a far side of the moon, a hemisphere that we never see from Earth. This is not because it's shrouded in perpetual darkness, but because the moon is tidally locked with our planet. This means the moon rotates on its axis at the same rate that it orbits the Earth. So, one side is always facing us, and the other side, the so-called dark side, is hidden from our view. So in reality, there's no perpetual dark side of the moon. So, what have we learned today? We've taken a journey through the cosmos, debunking some popular space myths along the way. We learned that space is not a complete vacuum. In fact, it's filled with cosmic dust, gas, and radiation. It's a chaotic and vibrant space highway, not an empty void as commonly portrayed. Then we tackled the terrifying myth that humans explode in space. Thankfully, we discovered that while space is a harsh environment, it's not an automatic death sentence for unprotected humans. And finally, we turned our gaze to the moon, dispelling the myth of its dark side. We found out that all sides of the moon receive sunlight, just not at the same time. Reinforcing the importance of questioning and learning, we've gained a deeper understanding of our universe. Remember, space is vast and mysterious, but not everything you hear about it is true. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and most importantly, keep learning. Until next time, this is the Digital Nomad signing off.